Buenas. En inglés. We are in English. My God, look. Wepa. Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Oh, gosh. Help me, Lord. Ay, qué lindo se ve. Oh, it looks beautiful. Sarah, hi, good afternoon. Hi, everybody. We have a very, very good talk today. You look amazing. Oh, Jackie, thank you so much. I feel amazing. Remember, we are on Instagram, Facebook, and my beautiful YouTube channel. And we're talking today about developing strong, positive, good habits. You know, you saw it like I have to make sure everything is good. Okay, are we ready? Raisa, hello. Oh my God. When, Sarah? When did I? Long time ago or recently? Pronto, hace poco o mucho tiempo. Oh, okay. This is in English. Hoy estoy en inglés. Los jueves en inglés. So I have to stay in English. So it's in English today because I have to do it. Not only I have to do it, but I want to do it. Well, this dress looks beautiful in camera. Wow. Let's make sure this little thing, I don't know if it's coming out, but we'll fix it. Okay, now we are talking about developing strong positive habits. And studies indicate that more than 88% of people give up their goals in a few weeks. You know, every year in the beginning of the year, people set goals and they want to do this and they want to do that. But in about 3-4 weeks, everybody is back to square one. And that happens because a lot of time we set unrealistic goals. We set goals or we don't have the good habits or and that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about developing good, strong, solid habits. And if you have my book number 1, this is the book that you will need for the subject today. Developing good habits. So it's really more than habits, it's a lifestyle. It's a way of life. And what inspired me to do this talk today about this issue is because on Sunday I shared with you that I did my InBody. And last year, my coach said, when I did one of my InBodies, my coach looked at the number 58 or 59 because I was between 57, 58, 59 lean muscle mass. So between 57, the lowest 57 when I compete, 58, 59. Last year, like I was saying, my coach said, I want this number to be 60. I want to reach 60 pounds of lean muscle mass. And one of the things that you have to really get in your head is that when you have somebody in your life, it doesn't matter whether it's a friend, whether it's a coach, whether it's somebody, and this type of people is the people who really want your best interest. And when somebody says to you, I want 60 pounds of muscle mass, you can be good in bodybuilding, or you can be a writer, or you can go, just shut up, don't deny that, accept that, because that is what somebody else is seeing in you. Other people can see in you the potential and the talent that you cannot see because you are your worst enemy and you get in the way. So a lot of time when people says to you anything like, I'm going to stay with my case with my coach, 60 pounds of muscle mass, never occurred to me that I'm going to say, oh, well, I'm 78. Oh my God, I'm too old. I'm this and that. You think I can do it? No, absolutely no. You completely accept that somebody else is seeing in you something that you can see it. Why? Because we get in the way. We always getting in the way of growth and development, and we always underestimating ourselves and not having high expectations about our power and our potential. So what happened last Sunday, I weighed myself and I was here in my house and I was like, oh my God, 600. My weight is like 125, 125. So you, of course, when you increase muscle mass, you're gonna the muscle weighs more than fat. And so I said, oh my God. So I went to my club and just happened that the office where they have this bothers me. They had an in-body machine. It was open. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's a good sign. I'm going to go in. And I did my in-body. And it was amazing because my muscle mass, when first I was 57.8, then I was 59.7. And this week I was 60 pounds, point 4. So you keep increasing your muscle mass, but that increase, and this is what made me to do this talk about how do I do it? How do I increase my muscle mass? And I started contemplating and reflecting and thinking about it and meditating. How? Because why? Because it really amazed me too. I amaze myself. Like I said, oh my God, how do I do it? And I start thinking, wow, because when these things happen, and this is something that is a machine, it's a scanner, this is not like a person, this is very subjective, objective, okay? So it's something that you can trust. And that's why it's a good idea to always have some kind of testing that you do with a computer, with a machine, with the in-body, and the different type of technologies that you can do this type of testing. And it's very objective. It's nothing like a bias and nothing like that. So what happened is I said, oh my God, I know I've been working hard. I'm being very focused, right? And we're going to be talking about that. And of course, when I saw the 60 pound, point 4, and the beauty is that 60 pounds of muscle mass, but my body fat, 17%. So because sometimes it can be that the fat goes up, that you don't want the fat increase. You want the increase of the muscle, not the fat. So my body fat, 17%. So it was awesome because it's just like it stayed the same, didn't go. What went up is my muscle mass. So how do I do it? One of the things that I do is, number one, that I believe very strongly, and I repeat, you find all this in my book number 1. So you go to Amazon and get book number 1. And if you already have book number 1, then you have to study, you have to read it, you have to study, you have to assimilate it, you have to apply the information. So one of the things that you need to do, I'm going to share with you how do I increase my muscle mass. And let me remind you that I do not take any supplement. I don't take any proteins. I don't accept eggs, meat, chicken, fish, tuna, spinach. So I don't eat any product, any commercial thing like supplements and stuff like that. So one of the things that I have is that I believe in my head. You have to have a positive mental attitude. PMA, positive mental attitude. That's the first thing that you have to have in order to develop good, strong habits. Habits that you can stand strong and you will do it. So number one, a positive mental attitude. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that it's possible for you. For other people, might not be possible, but that's not your problem. Your problem is to believe that you can do it, that to believe that it's possible for you. And that is part of the reason why I increase my muscle mass, regardless of what the science said. Number one, because of my positive mental attitude. And that positive mental attitude goes with me wherever I go, especially everywhere, wherever I go. But when I'm at the gym, I'm at the gym. So you have to be focused. You have to make that muscle, body mind connection. And a lot of time when you go to the gym, you see people with their phone texting, scrolling. And if you go to the gym and you just take your phone with you, you're not gonna make progress, because you're spending a lot of time on your phone. I see that every single day at the gym. I said, no wonder people don't get the results they want. And if they get the results they want, it's gonna take them longer than it will take me, because I don't go to the gym. On my phone stays in my car. So number one, you have to have a positive mental attitude. You have to believe that it's possible for you. Number two, you have to have your value system very clear. What is your the scale of your value system? What is important to you? What is meaningful to you? Is your health important to you? Are you willing to invest in your life, in yourself? So all this is an investment. Why? Because this is going to get, eventually, it's going to be getting you the results that you want. I've been in bodybuilding for 20 years. Somebody told me last time, I started in 2005. And in this year is 2025. So you do the math. So it's about 20 years competing. I haven't stopped for 20 years. Now, imagine that it's in 2000 or 2006. I decided, oh, I'm too old. What was I? I was 59. So in 2006, I was 60. So I said, oh, no, I'm too old. Imagine all that stuff that I would have lost. Huh? Putting myself into a box of limitations. Start limiting myself with the quality of my thinking. So you have to have a positive mental attitude. You have to believe that it's possible for you. You have to evaluate your value system. Is your health. And when I talk about health, I'm not talking about physical. I'm talking about mental, spiritually, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And when you have the harmony between your mind, your body, and your spirit, your emotions are going to be amazing. You're going to be the happy person in the room. Because why? Because if you work body, mind, and spirit, you got to be happy. You have to be happy, because the results might not be that you have, this kind of look in 6 weeks, because this taking me 20 years. They have taken me 20 years. So it's the perseverance, the consistency, the discipline, the perseverance, and making that a priority in your life. It's a way of life. So we talk about positive mental attitude, your value system. Believe that it's possible for you. Your health should be number one, because your health is an investment that you are making for your future. If you don't invest in your health now, what happened a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? You're gonna be what? What is your future if you don't make an investment in your health, mentally, physically, and spiritually right now? That's the take. Now, so another factor that we need to take into consideration, another way why people don't get the results they want and they don't develop the habits, is because they are impatient. A lot of time people will ask me, oh, how long will it take me to get in shape? It's going to take you to get in shape the rest of your life. I'm still at it. So when you have that negative attitude, that how long is it going to take me? Is it going to take me 6 months? Who cares? Time is your best friend, because when you have the perseverance and the consistency and the determination that you keep working every single day towards that goal, eventually you will see the result. You might not be there getting the results immediately of 20 pounds of muscle mass or 5 pounds of muscle mass or muscle tone, but the result that you get immediately is the satisfaction, and that you did it, that you had the discipline, and you went out and you did your workout, and you all happy. I hate this. I feel like cutting it. So the result, you will see immediate result. You will see the result immediately. How the way you feel, the way you the sense of respect within yourself, that you made a promise to yourself and you went and you did it. So you have to be patient with yourself, and you have to know that you are in the path. You are in the path of achieving what that goal that you want. In my case, was my coach with 60 pounds or lean muscle mass. So I didn't put time to it. I didn't think, oh well, how long is it gonna take? No, you keep working at it, and I tell you, my latest workout, I feel stronger, I feel more powerful, and I said to myself, thank you for not quitting. I said to myself, thank you for not quitting, because quitting for me is not an option. I never think about quitting. If I like something and I enjoy something and it's something that is getting me where I want to go, of course I'm not going to quit. So you might not see the results immediately, but you will feel the effects. You feel happier, you feel more powerful, you feel, like I said, self-respect, your self-esteem will increase, because when you do the thing that you promise yourself to do, immediately your self-esteem is gonna be increasing. Why? Because you feel good about yourself. So that is a lot of time you're thinking about getting the results immediately, but it's not about of course, it might take, it's going to take time. Okay, it's going to take the rest of your life. I'm not going to give you the timeline, but it's going to take you the rest of your life. Okay, so the next step that we need to talk about is, let me make sure here I'm on the right track. Often delay is not until months or years later that we realize the true value of the work you are doing. So as you keep adding, see, everything is just like, if every single day you work at it, you will see the result. But you will see the result, but see, because you have to get in your head. It's like you saving a penny every day. Every day. At the end of the year, how many pennies you have? 365 pennies. Okay? The same thing with your growth, whether it's physically, mentally, or spiritually. Number 3, okay, instead of focusing instead of focusing that you're not getting the result you want, just focus that the workout or whatever you're doing is empowering you to continue. It's empowering you, and you know that you are, like I said before, in the right path, and you will be seeing those changes. You will be seeing the changes, but you have to be patient. You have to give yourself time. Time is your best friend. Time is your best friend. Okay, create another thing that we need to do. Create an environment of minimizing the opportunities to break a good habit. When you are in the good habit of eating correctly or working out every single day, and you have a friend or a spouse or a husband, a wife, or whatever, you always you will always have people in your environment that unconsciously, I'm not going to tell you that it's purposely, but unconsciously, these people try to sabotage you. They don't do it purposely. They're not thinking, oh, I'm going to sabotage Josefina. But their behavior is doing it, because if you are, there's somebody comes to tempt you, the temptation of, oh, let's go drinking, or let's not go to the gym, let's go someplace else. You have to avoid those temptations. You have to avoid those people, or because what happens when you break your habit, let's say you're going to let's take with the gym. If you go to the gym and your friends say, oh, let's not go to the gym, let's go to the mall and have lunch. Well, you break the habit. And what happened, that is a temptation to continue in that step, in that role, and that's the reason why I never did a cheat meal. People will ask me, oh, do you do cheat meal? No, I don't do cheat meal, because if I know myself, so I know that if I do a cheat meal on Friday, I will do cheat meal on Saturday, Sunday. By the end of the weekend, Monday, I have to lose 5 extra pounds. Okay, so that's why I don't believe in doing cheat meal. I do my cheat meal when I compete and I win. That's okay. So I give myself permission to do that at that time. So you have to create what I call situation change. You have to change the situation. You have to make changes. You have to be proactive. You have to be alert. You have to be ready. Like if somebody comes to propose you something, that it will take you away from your goal and it will take your attention from your focus, that you have a strategy how to respond, how to react, but you have to be on your tippy toes, because I tell you, the devil is very sneaky. It's always something tempting you, but you have to be strong, and you have to believe in what you are doing. So don't not giving the opportunity to the temptation taking you away from your purpose. Because what happened when they take you away from your purpose, they won. They won, but they didn't win because you were wrong. They win because they took your attention from your focus. And every time you take your attention from the things you want to achieve in life, you lose. You lose. They won and you lose. So stop allowing other people to take your attention from what you want. And that is very easy for people to do. That's very super, super, super easy. Okay. Now, rather than focusing on the lack of present results, we should take courage from realizing that we are on the path to immense change. Immense change. That's why we should always focus in the positive, always. Instead of relying on willpower, change the situation. Because a lot of times you say, well, no, I'm going to go out to eat, with your friends, because you believe in your willpower, no, I'm going to behave, and I'm going to eat salad and da-da-da. And then don't rely on your willpower. Once you are at the bar, once you are in the restaurant, the temptation is huge. I know, because I've done it. And that's why I don't expose myself. That's why, because I know I am weak. So because I know I'm weak, I don't expose myself to temptation. So I always have a situation change. How can I change that situation? How can I make it work for me? And of course, one of the side effects of this type of life is that you will lose friends. You will lose people that you don't hang out with them, because their way of life is totally different from the way of life you are developing or you are cultivating. So what happened, you develop very few friends. And that takes me to the point that we have good association. We have to have people in our environment that allow us to grow and be successful. And that is very important, to have the right association to achieve anything in life. And anything in life that you want to achieve, you have to be surrounded by people who really have the same mindset. If you hang, even the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. whoever you hang out with, that's exactly what you're going to become. It's a lot of verses in the Bible that talks about we associating. I remember in one of the books in Paul, he talks about not hanging out with the slackers. If your friends are slackers, let me see if I can find it here. Slackers. He gives a list of things that we should not do, and so because and what I'm saying all that because they are talking about the association, the people we need to associate, like you, what type of friends are you hanging out with? And in my case, I don't have friends. I have maybe one friend, or maybe two, maybe one friend, because the way I live my life is totally different from most people. Let me see if I can find slackers. Where is it talking about? Okay, probably is in. Here it is. Stay away from slackers. If you want to see what scripture talks about that, is Second Thessalonians, chapter 3. In chapter 3, he talks about staying away from slackers. Association, we're talking about associating with people who are going to tell you how to be the best that you can be. Like the people who will tell you, you can do this, you have the power to do this, you can be good at this, you have a talent for a writer, or you want to write a book, I tell you how to do it, I show you how to do it. Oh, I have a friend who write books and can show you how. This is the type of association that you want. People who want your best interest. Stay away from slackers. Stay away from the people who are busy with other people's business instead of their own life. Don't hang out with people who are always criticizing, condemning, and complaining. Don't hang out with people like that. Number 3, do not, my God, I love this one. No, eat anyone's bread without paying for it. Don't eat anybody's bread without paying for it. So, this is a person that always wants a free lunch. That if you go out with that person, you're the only one paying for the coffee or paying for the lunch. So people that that they always want a free lunch. The Bible says in Second Thessalonians, don't hang out with people who want a free lunch, that always taking advantage of you, that you are the only one paying all the time. So those are one of the 3 qualities that in the book in Second Thessalonians talk about the right association, associating with the right person, associating with the people who are going to be helping you to achieve what you want to achieve. Let me go back to my notes. Okay, so we need to avoid temptation. We need to avoid negative people. We need to, okay, so instead of relying on willpower, okay, we talk about don't rely on your willpower. Don't rely on willpower because the flesh is weak, but the spirit is strong. So that's why I have so much power, because I not only work on my physical strength, but also I work on my spiritual strength. So when the flesh is weak, but your spirit is strong. And when I'm working out, I'm not working out by myself. I'm working out with the spirit. And this is amazing, because I go to the gym and I'm going to go to do back. And then all the machines are ready for my back workout. And I was like, wow. It really amazed me, the beauty and the harmony and the balance in life when you are congruent and you are connected with the power, you're connected with the energy. You really, you have a synchronicity, and you have this romance, this love affair with your energy and your power and divinity and your goals and your dreams, and you stay focused on you. And a lot of time people lose that focus. And a lot of people write to me about this. Oh, it's like my husband or my wife or whatever, my boyfriend. It's unbelievable. They don't want me to do this. I don't want to do that. And the problem with that is that you fall in love with somebody else, but you don't fall in love with you and your goals and your business and your life. If people, I tell you this, if people will fall in love strong, truly, powerfully with themselves and I'm not talking egotistical, narcissistic, no, about this type of love that is divine love, divine love. The type of love that when you project the love of peacefulness and compassion and happiness and joy and all the good stuff. The light, you become what Jesus called the light of the world. So a lot of people fall into this delusion of romantic love. Yes, romantic love is okay, but don't put all the eggs in romantic love, because romantic love is temporary. Divine love is eternal. And the love that you have for yourself, and the love that you have, the love and respect that you have for yourself, then you really will love somebody else better. You love humanity better. But you already know all that stuff. So I'm going in that direction because I'm talking about developing that passion for yourself, that we're talking about slackers and people who like the free lunch, and people who will take away from your goals, and people who will take your focus. You no, they don't take it. You allow them to take your focus from where you're supposed to be and to have. Okay, okay, let me see here. Rather than exposing ourselves to temptations and hoping we and temptations and hoping we possess the willpower to resist, it is better to avoid conforming to these places. Avoid temptation. Avoid temptation until you become. No, you don't become weak. You do. I avoid temptation. I stay away from temptation because the devil is a liar. Okay, so we talk about let me see, we are okay, instead of relying on willpower, create a change situation. Forming a habit is an investment that takes time, commitment, and intentionality. I repeat, forming or developing a habit is an investment that takes time, commitment, and intentionality. Your intention, the power of intention. You probably read many books about that. Let me get back to here. Okay. So forming a new habit is an investment that takes time, commitment, and intentionality. Now, talking about time, commitment, and intentionality, let me tell you, because people complain a lot. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Hebrew. Let me look at. I'm gonna give you a beautiful scripture that you can use it when you feel like you're gonna be weak and you don't want to do it, and you complaining, and this is so hard, and you want to give up. I'm going to give the scripture that when you feel like giving up, this is where you're going to go. If you have your Bible, whenever you feel like you want to give up, I want you to go to Hebrews chapter 12. If you have your Bible. Because you remember, we talk about body, mind, and spirit. And every time I do a blog or I share my experiences with you, it has to be those three systems, because it's what it works for me. Okay, so Hebrews, because you need to have, you cannot trust the strength of your body. You cannot trust it. This is the thing. You cannot trust the strength of your body. But when you have the strength of your body plus the humongous strength of your spirit, you are invincible. You are invincible. But most people don't do it because of what? Because we don't have what I'm going to tell you in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. And this is what it says. For the time being, no discipline brings joy. See, when you want to go to the gym, we're going to stay with the thing with the gym, okay? This is the more common thing. So, for the time being, no discipline brings joy. So, when you have to, yes, Hebrew, Linda, 12:11. So, no discipline brings joy. So, And see, you got it. Discipline. Ah, no. Oh my God. Oh my God. We complain about that. For the time being, no discipline brings you joy, but seems grievous and painful. Oh, I hate working out. I hate it. I hate that. So it seems grievous. I love that word, grievous and painful. Working out is, I hate that people do that. Okay, but seems grievous and painful. But afterwards, sometime later, some months later, we're talking about the results at the long, what am I going to say? Long range. This is the result that you are looking at long range, because we get results short range, short and long range. Okay, so the result of long range, and we're talking about the result in short range is the result that you feel great, you feel happy, you feel content. Oh, I did it. You feel powerful. Those are the immediate. Now the long range goals, the long range result, but afterwards it yields a peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it, a harvest of fruit which consists in righteousness, in conformity to God's will, in purpose, thought, and action, resulting in the right living and right standing with God. So when you have that discipline, that commitment, what's going to happen? You have the right living, you have the right life, you have the right. And this is whether you apply it from the point of view of spiritually, or when you apply from the point of view of normally, like, okay, a regular person. Okay, if you want to be an extraordinary person, you use the spirit. If you want to be a regular person, well, you just do it like, okay, a regular person, yeah, okay, so you can still go to the gym and feel this beautiful, powerful energy and feel that. But when you use it, the strength of your flesh, the strength of your body, the strength of your mind, combined with the strength and the power of your spirit, you are invincible. Es lo que Dios demanda de carácter. Exacto, Linda. So this is a beautiful, because what, the way I read this the verse is like, yes, in the beginning I don't want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Who wants to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? But what I think about the scripture in the morning, and I know the benefit it's gonna bring me. And getting up in the morning, oh yeah, it's like painful, grievous. Let's stay with that word, grievous and painful. But I know the result, the fruit that is gonna get me walking. Like this morning, I was walking and the sky was beautiful and the moon. No moon today. Moon was the other day. But it's just the glorious, the beautiful, the majestic, the splendor that you see. So that's the fruit. That is the fruit for me, to get up in the morning at 3 o'clock, and I leave my house at 4:30. And so what happened is that is going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you happiness. It's going to bring you contentment. That is the fruit. So in the beginning, it seems painful and grievous. But then afterwards, it allows a peaceful fruit of righteousness. You feel good about yourself. Righteousness means that you feel good with God. Righteousness is when you got a good relation with the energy, with the power. You call it any way you want it. I don't care how you want to call it, but it's the real deal. Whatever you call it doesn't matter. Semantics doesn't count with me. You can call it any way you want it, but as long as you experience it and you feel it and you see the result and you feel the power and you feel the change. Joemi, gracias. The fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. Who trained by it? Who's training? The discipline. Discipline trains me. Discipline trains me. So, and that is then when you see the harvest that consists in righteousness, in conformity with the will of God in purpose, thought, and action. Your purpose, your thoughts, and your actions. Body, mind, spirit. That is going to allow you to go and do achieving whatever it is that you set to achieve. So in my case, we're talking about the lean muscle mass, and all these that we're talking about today. It's Linda, book number 1 for all these. All these you're gonna find it in book number 1, and Linda has all of them. Is because it's you solid, you make it strong, you make it power. You know, you have to. Where do you want to build your house? You want to build your house in a rock. And the rock, in my case, this is my rock, and my books, which are my life experience and my formal knowledge, formal education, my experience, and my spiritual growth. So those are the things that makes me strong and powerful. Ella habla de su experiencia que exactly. Gracias, Tuli. Exactly. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about only exclusively about my own experience. What worked for me doesn't work for everybody, because I am not everybody. I am somebody who has the determination, the belief, not only on myself. I believe in myself. I believe in God. I believe in my goals, and I believe that everything that I decided to in balance and in harmony, in alignment with this energy, I will achieve. So this is not for everybody. So thank you very much. Georgia, ¿cómo estás, Georgia? Cecilia, you are an inspiration. Oh, Cecilia, how are you, my love? Okay, so the international version of this Hebrew is new, no discipline seems pleasant. Oh, here, look at this one. No discipline seems pleasant. Why do we give up? Why 88% of people in a few and have given up their goals in a few weeks? Miguel, hola. 88% of people give up their goals in a few weeks in January. 3 weeks in January, they give up. Because why? No discipline seems pleasant at the time. Remember, at the time, this is a good point that you got to remember. At the time, doesn't seem pleasant, doesn't feel joyful, doesn't feel, oh my God, you have to, you know what I mean? So, but okay, but it says, but painful. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. We associate with pain and aggravation, and I don't want to do it, and I'd rather be home, and I'd rather go to sleep, I'd rather go have a cup of coffee. You know, we find many excuses not to do the thing that we feel are unpleasant. It causes us pain. But this pain is an awesome pain. This is growing pain. This is the pain that is going to give you health, that is going to give you independence, that is going to allow you to move graciously, that is going to allow you to keep being productive and creative, and so on and so forth, and being able to do what you want to do. You know, because age doesn't have to stop you. And this is the mistake a lot of people make, that based on in a number, they immediately give up and start looking for excuses that is because time and you age. No, time is your best friend. Time is your associate. Time doesn't control me. I control time. So if you have the attitude that time is your best friend, that time doesn't control you, that you control time, you empower, you feel powerful, you feel strong, you feel awesome, you feel invincible, indestructible. However, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Discipline is a good friend. Time is a good friend. Okay, we did that. Let me go here to my article to see if we are missing a point here. Okay, always take the attitude of supporting your good habit. Always. For Okay, okay, so do you have a question that you want me to answer with? Okay, well, let me finish this another point here. Okay, we talk about, let me go back to my outline. Yeah, we talk about associating, the type of people you're associating with. You have to be focused. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to, another portion that you have to take into consideration is when you go to the gym, you go to the gym to work out. You don't take your cell phone to the gym. You leave your phone in your gym bag, or you leave your phone in your car. My cell phone doesn't go in the gym. My cell phone stays in the car. What goal do you have for the new year? For the new year, I have beautiful goals. Let me see. I was writing them today. Let me see. I have my goal book. Oh well, my for this. Oh, I'm still working at it. I'm still working at it. Let me see if I can. This is my goal book for 2005. So I get this book, and then I start. So this is the goals for this week. So I set goal for the week, goals for the month, and goals for the year. So for the year, I don't know if I have. Let me see what we have for the year. Let me see if I can find it very quickly. But okay, that was 2005, 2004. I know I have competition. I know I had a competition. I can't find it very quickly. Let me see. I don't know where it is. Because the book is just new. But anyway, so I have my successor from last year, the 2004. Let me see. Oh, 2005. Oh my goodness, here it is. This is 2005 goals. Look at them. And I'm still writing it. This is, okay. So let me, I can share with you. Oh, another goal that I want for this year is I am the best bodybuilder in my age category. I just did one. That I needed to do that one sometime. Okay. Okay, so you wanna hear my goal for this year? I can share it with you. Peace, love, happiness. Can you talk about two voices in the head, one from the spirit? Oh, that's a great point. Okay, let me talk about it because this is amazing. Thank you. Peace, love. She says happiness. Can you talk about two voices in the head? Yes, the one from the spirit and the other one from yes. Well, we can call it from the psychological point of view. I'm going to use the psychological point of view and the spiritual point of view. The psychological point of view is they call the big ego and the little ego, the big me and the little me, the big me and the little ego and the big ego, the little devil and my higher self. Okay, so you can exist. It's for real. So you're always going to have this temptation, two voices taking you in direction, and the voices that are going to take you in directions. This is the key here. You will always have these two thoughts. Okay, these two thoughts. And one thought wants your best interest. One thought wants you to grow, to become, to change, to be amazing. You have this desire. You want to be this great person. And on the other hand, you have doubt, the little devil, the little me. Caruso the singer, he tells the story that when he was in an opera, and then he's supposed to be singing. He was gonna be doing a show, and then when he was the turn to go out and sing, this is Caruso tells the story in the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, that he got fear, he got paralyzed. He said that the little voice will tell him, you're not good enough, you cannot do it, the little voice. And the other voice, Caruso, said, I will tell him, you can do it. You can do it. So what he did, he told the little me or the little voice, stop it, stop it. And went out and he said it was the best singing moment in his life, in his career, because we all had that. But when you have those negative voices, you can, no, that's from the psychological point of view. You can say, stop it. You are much better than that. And that's how you train the subconscious mind. Because whatever is in your conscious mind is imprinted in your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is going to behave according to the way your conscious mind thinking. Whatever your conscious mind thinking, is that is the way you're going to behave. So that's from the psychological point of view. From the spiritual point of view, is that if you know the word of God, if you know God, what God says about you, about life. I just read, don't hang out with the slackers in 2 Thessalonians, right? So if God says, don't hang out with the slackers, and I am hanging out with the slackers, then I'm disobeying. I'm not listening to the right voice. So what you have, when you know what God says, I'm using the Bible as an example. You can use whatever you want because everybody has a different philosophy in life, and I understand that. And really, for me, I don't care what philosophy you have as long as you use it, because whatever you have, and if you use it, then it will work for you. But anyway, so in my case, when I if you know the voice of, if you know what God says, okay, if you okay, if you I'm gonna do your next. If you know what you read my book and you study it and you assimilate it and you apply it, you know what I said in my book. And if you know what I said and you do, if something happens, something say, oh, whatever, and you know what I said, you say, no, Josefina says that. So see, you have to, the distinction come. Okay, when you have the voice that you're talking about, okay, you can say, ask yourself, what God says about that? What my coach says about that? Except for what Josefina says about that. So that's the way you start discriminating and you start eliminating the negative voices within us. Because the negative voices within us, they want to, the number one, fear. That voice is the voice of fear. The second voice is the voice of doubt. Doubt. Can I do it? When my coach says, I want 60 pounds of lean muscle mass, and I have doubt and fear. No, fear, no, I'm not going to have fear, but I can have doubt. Okay. And the other one element that will come to sabotage me, it will be comparison. I start comparing myself with other people. So those voices, that voice, you have to believe, you have to have a value system. If you have a value system, you go with what your value system tells you. And that was so important that we have a great value system, a value system that allows you to move and grow and become in the direction that is good for you. So you have to be, so what God says about that? God says to me, don't hang out with the slacker. I'm not going to be hanging out with the slacker. Absolutely not. Okay, did I answer your question? I think I did. I was in a bad mood, but I was trying to practice listening to my spirit instead of the small voice. Well, the small voice, you have to shut up. The small voice has the power that you give to it, okay? But you have to recognize, and you don't have to fight it. You can say, hey, a small voice, that's what you want. You want me to eat lousy. You want me not to go to the gym. You know what? You want me to not to get up. Oh, it's 50 degrees, so I'm not going to get up. But you know what? I'm going to get up because I know what you are advising me is not good for me. Because when you tell me not to get up in the morning, not to do my study, not to do my walk, not to look at the sunrise, not to look at the moon, not to look at the star, it's not good for me. So you're not advising me the right way. You're advising me the way that it will deteriorate my mind, my body, and my spirit. So that's the small voice. The small voice, the doubt, the fear, and the comparison, that's not allowing you to become the amazing, powerful individual that God created you to be. And And that is that. So you have to be very clear. You don't have to fight it, but you put it in his place. You put a little boy, put it in his or its place. You know, they give it the sex you want. Everybody has a different sex. So you put it in his place or in her place. Thank you, peace, Lord. Yeah, if you have another question, you have that more. You want a more clear. I can explain it to you. Questa bella signora tanto ayuda. Well, that's a beautiful question because that's the reason why people don't develop an intimate relationship with God or with the Spirit. You cannot develop an intimate relationship with your spirit when you confuse with the voices in your head, when we cannot separate what is the good voice, what is that I'm supposed to do, and all the things that are good in nature, you know, like in good, those are the right things. Your goal is specific because you exactly know what you exactly, Anita. Absolutely. You have to know what you want. So, okay. Oh, what a wonderful question. I love those questions because I think that question is so powerful because that's the reason people separate themselves from God. Because God isn't within you, but you don't know how to listen. And one way to listen is to know what God says. What you have if you want to have a good lover, you have to know that lover, right? You have to spend time with that person, you have to talk to that person, you have to, be intimate with that person, the same thing with God. And we don't do that. Okay. Amazing. Okay, so one of my goals for this year is to win my first competition 2025. Replace the roof. Oh my God, the roof is done. The roof. Oh my God. Oh my God. And this is what I do. When I accomplish the goal, I cross it out in red because that empowers me. When I achieve a goal, I cross it out in red because empowers me. Me. Not everybody, me. Oh my God. And today, and the other gutters, the gutters too, because they doing. I don't know if you can hear some noise, but the gutters they're doing the gutters right at this moment. Okay, so my goodness, can you believe this? This is one of my goals for this year. The roof is done. Oh my God, love it. Posito Jacqueline, repair the repair the little house, get a new competition suit, grow my savings account, save money on my Seacoast account, fix the orchids. That's gonna be Jai have to come. Oh, mulch. I did a mulch. Well, Luis did the mulch. The mulch is already done and it's only January. This is what happens when you know what you want. Lupe, hola Lupe. Blog. I'm blogging, so I'm gonna close one blog because I blogged Tuesday and I blogged today, so we're closing the blog for this week. Make my YouTube channel very good. I'm working on my YouTube channel, so if you guys want to sponsor my YouTube channel, so we can do things and it can be better. God was written in. Oh my God, Linda, yes. Oh gosh. So one of my goals for this year, you guys can help me with my YouTube channel to increase my YouTube channel, make it profitable. I want to make my YouTube channel profitable, and the only way it can be done is with your help. Okay, so sharing, liking, putting a comment, it helps a lot. Okay, so make my YouTube channel great. I'm okay. So the gutters are done. So we achieved this year so far. The roof, that's huge. The roof is huge. The gutters, they're doing it right now. And the mulch around the house is done. I'm blogging. I have to write more. And this is the way I do it. When I think about, see, because you cannot, bueno, thank you. So what happened is whenever I something pop in my head for the year, because we are only in January, yeah, January, still January. So um, or something pop in my head that I want to achieve for this year, then I write it down. So I keep the goal book open in the page of 2025 goals because I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Something pop in my head, and I get a prompting from the spirit, but I don't make it up. I don't make the goals up. I get a prompting from the spirit. Okay. Any other question? Okay, guys, are we done now? I think we did everything that we okay. The last remember book number one for this talk. Please go in Amazon and order book number one if you don't have it, and if you have it, study it. Pero qué hermoso estás. Guapa, Lupe. Ok, me voy. Aquí tienes el double bicep. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna be saying goodbye on YouTube. YouTube, are we okay? Any questions on YouTube? Beautiful. Jackie, gracias CMA. I love you guys. I say pow, you say wow. Pow. Bye. See you next week. See you next week, okay? Write to me if you have a topic that you want me to touch or to talk about. Live life. I love you, baby. How are you? Okay, bye. Yes.